Yes, that's correct. So you all know the neighbor who asked, "Oh, you're in IT. You can help me, right?" And then I was naive and was only 16. So I was like, "Yes, I am." And he said, "Oh, we're organizing a rock festival. Would you do the socials?" And then after the socials, they come more and more and the video. So I was practically the whole organization, any technical thing for the rock festival for multiple years. And I love classic rocks, but the other rocks, I was like, yeah, whatever, let's do that.
Okay, perfect. But today, Lutske with us is the Llama Whisperer.
Yes.
Okay, and so let's get to the topic and let's learn today a lot of interesting things about AI. So please, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. So, welcome everybody. We Tame Llama run AI in Java. And let's start with a question. So, and I will start my own time as well. How do llamas communicate with each other? Who thinks? One, by spitting. No way? Oh, well. Who thinks two? By humming? Some of you. And who thinks three? By stamping their feet. Almost everyone. So the correct answer is by humming. Now, check if the sound works. It sounds like this. So it's almost as thinking about the software problem. Like that. Another question. Who tried AI with Java before? Who played with that? Cool. Let's meet afterwards. We have some experts. I want to know everything you know, and I will tell you now everything I know. So why this talk? Oh, yes, it's back again. I really like llamas. I love them. They're so cute. And they're in The Sims, and they're everywhere. And I wanted to play with llamas. And what's a better way to play with something if you prepare a talk for it? And I'm a full-stack developer, but also specialized in Java. So I wanted to do something not in Python, but in Java. Today, I will show you multiple demos how to get AI in Java. I will teach you some Llama facts, and I will show you, of course, what LLMs are. So, my name is Lutske Leeuw. I work for Craftsman. I'm now 10 years in the business. I studied computer science. I'm on all the socials. You can find me with my first name, Lutske. If you scan the QR code, you get my LinkedIn profile. I'm the one on the left, if you didn't notice. And I would like to make a speaker selfie. So just pretend you just won $1,000 million, dollars, euros, pesos, whatever you have in your country. So be excited and scream, yeah! Thank you very much. If anyone doesn't want to be in the picture, please come afterwards. I will blur you out. So, what is a large language model? I will tell you a story about Peter the parrot. And Peter is always listening. When I say, "Hi, I'm hungry, I want to have some cheese, some chocolate, or some food," he will hear that. So the next time I say that, he will say, when I say, "I'm feeling hungry, I would like," then he would say cheese, or food, or chocolate. But he doesn't know any context. He doesn't know what I mean. So he could also say bicycles or books, because he doesn't know what a food is. And this is what we call a stochastic, it's a very difficult word, stochastic parrot. And it's written in the paper, it's also on the grant, on the danger of stochastic parrots. I have all the links also and during the presentation in one QR code. So a large language model is like a stochastic parrot. We have a neural network, and like you see it here, we in red, yes, it's working. We have the input layers, and in blue, we have all the layers in between, and green, is giving us the output. So if we put something in, like I won't be able to attend, that's the input in the red layers, and it can say in the green, this meeting, because maybe I said them sometimes before. So Peter listening to me at home when I say, oh, I want to play board games of do the cats already have been fed? And it's listening to everything. But we also can feed our neural networks, or Peter, things from movies. So I had some Bridget Jones, Marvel, Star Wars, whatever you like, and put it in the neural network. And when I asked afterwards to the neural network, when is George Lucas born? It will say here, May 14, 1944. And it's also on the left, it's the same. So it learns. Do we still have? Yes, I will stop here. But it's not only listening to my house, it's listening to a lot of houses. And not even my neighbors, but just all around the globe. So everywhere it gathers information and listens to it. When I asked them, when is the first edition of Jay and the Beats, we just learned during the keynote that it was in 2016. But I also could ask Peter a lot of other questions, and he will give me answers to that. We will get some documents, some databases, and even some images in our large language model. And then it grows naturally. And then it goes in a neural network. So most large language models are like this. So we have the Palm from Google, we have Llama from Meta, that's from the Facebook, and ChatGPT, the Open API. You probably heard of one of those. And the best thing about the one from Meta is that it's open source. And as you can see over here, the Meta, like I said already, is called Llama, which has the LLM. Yes, it's there. But you can see it here, LLM, large language model, put some A's in between, and you got a llama. How lovely is that? Let's talk about tokenization. We have this sentence. I really like this conference because there are amazing speakers. And tokenizations mean chopping it up in parts. Most of the time words, but it doesn't have to be a word. So you see here that because is chopped in two, the B and the E cause. And if you translate that to numbers, we'll see the B from because as the number 13. So that means that it's really often used. So here it's because, and here you see the E cause, it's a really high number. I won't even pronounce it. And that's when you see how it works. This will go into the large language models, but now it's the computer understands what it is. The words doesn't mean anything to them. And then we go to transformers. And transformers, like the ChatGPT, the GPT stands for General Pre-trained Transformer. And this is the core of like all the modern LLMs. We really need that. And something that's also used to that is called self-attention. And self-attention is also in a paper where attention is all you need. Again, it's in the links. And that's mean it's very big. It gathers all the information it gets. So how does that work? In the bottom, we have... I will just do it like this. Here, we have the inputs on the left bottom, and there's where the tokens go in. Then we will make embeddings of them, add some positional encoding, and get them all together in the encoder. Right? Do you still hear me? Yes. On the right, we have the output. For example, a chat history when we already asked things. At the output embedding, again, the positional encoding, and do it in a decoder. Combine those two, and then we're going to a linear layer and a softmax. But I can explain that a lot more, but then we will be still here tomorrow. So I will just go on for now. So why is this useful? You can use this with chatbots, summarization, everything you can imagine. So, what is a local model? It's your own large language model, but you don't need any internet. So that's very helpful. And because it's local, all your data stays yours. It's your data, you have full control of it. And because it's only on your own device, it's very offline reliable. So if you're on the Machu Picchu, like this Llama, you can even run it here. Your local LLMs are running here. How cool is that? And if you see between the hosted and the local models, we, like I said before, in local models you have more privacy because it's your own data. You don't have to upload it to the cloud. You don't have any latency because there is no cloud. You need some internet for the setup. And the speed for the local models, it depends on how good your hardware is. They stay here, the setup effort is moderate of high, but you guys are very smart people, so that's the moderate of high. It's easy. I'll show you. I will show you in a couple minutes. Yes. And we have open versus closed models. Like I said, the Llama one, that's an open one. We can see everything that's inside. But the one from ChatGPT, that's closed. You can only call it with an API. So you have no clue what's in there. It's a black box for you. And you have to pay per use if it's a closed model. When it's an open model, you have it downloaded and you can tune it if you want to. So, Java and Llama. Question time again. What is a baby llama calf? Who thinks one a calf? Nobody? Someone? Okay. Who thinks two a kiwi? One more. And who thinks three a cria? Most of you. Very good. The correct answer. Oh, voice is going back and down again. But it's cria. Really remember that. Do you have some Spanish people in this audience? Yes. Can you confirm that cria is a crybaby? Yes. But it's very important. So remember this. Cria, baby llama. Cria, baby llama. Very important. So, Llama. Llama is a developer-friendly tool that lets to run your LLM locally. But it is not optimized for Java. So that's why we're using Llama for J, for Java. And what it does is in your Java environment, you see it here on your left, you have your Java project, and that uses the library Llama for J, and it communicates with the Llama server that manages models. To do this, we need to download Llama first. We can do that on all platforms and run it in Docker. But what is a model before we go into the demo? It's a pre-trained neural network, like I said, with the Llama, GPT, and all these things. In the demos, the model is or something like this, or it's the name of the new model we create. And then we have system prompts. And system prompts are the instructions we're giving that to them. So the model is the brain, and the system prompt is the first instruction. So, demo time. You're only waiting for this, I hope. And otherwise, it's still here. And I will move that to there. And make it bigger. Can you all read this? In the back? Yes, perfect. So you see over here, I'm using Java 24, the latest and greatest, but that's just because we're on the conference. That's just because we're on the conference. I want to use the newest Java, but you can also do this Java 17. And I'm using Maven and added a dependency with Llama for J. And then I will do this. Where is my mouse? It's there. And it's very slowly. So I already downloaded Llama locally, and I already downloaded some models because I don't trust Wi-Fi at conferences. And now you will see all the models I already had downloaded locally. I will make it bigger. And you see here Mistral, Gamma 3, Gwen 2.5. That's the ones already downloaded, and you see some examples already on top. So let's make this smaller again. And it's very easy to show every model. No, this one. I will do this. Oop. So, how do we create a model? It's very easy. We have a Llama API, and we're calling that to our host. It's a local host because we run locally on Docker. And then we say create model. Oh, no, I don't want this. The model I'm calling is Llama Animal Expert, and I'm using the base model Gwen 2.5. And then I say, you're a zoologist who specializes in llamas, you know everything about them, blah, 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 you're friendly and very knowledgeable. And I ran this already, and then I can chat with him. No, that's this one. Sorry. So, and what's the baby llama called again? Kriya, exactly. So my first question to it is, it's over here. How do we call a baby llama? And I also ask a second question, are llamas social animals? So let's run this. Yes. And I will make it a little bit bigger, if it works. And you can see already how do we call a baby llama, and it says Kriya. So that's correct. We just learned that. Ask, are llamas social animals? Yes, they are. They're very social animals because they live in a herd. But a lot of more text, but I think you believe it. So let's create another model. Can you already shout in the audience what expert you want to create today? So what kind of expert? Oh, not this one. What kind of expert? Shout anything. What team? Who you want to know? Or you're good at? Nobody. You're so shy. You. Oh, sorry. I'll hear something over there.
There is some coffee expert.
A what for expert? Coffee. Oh, that's a cool one. A coffee expert. Well, IT conference. So why not? So you're a coffee expert, of course. And now, do we specialize in something special? Because this is about music. So that doesn't make any sense in this case. In Spanish coffee, you like that? Yes? In Brazilian coffee, we can also do that. If I type it. And then we run this. And here you see it's already created. This is very fast. I even couldn't get it up. Like here you see, it's already created this model. So, and I call this one the J and the Beats example. So we go to the custom chat example. What question do we want to ask our coffee expert? It's very hard to scroll on another screen.
Please.
So what do you want to know about coffee? Yes, hello. Are you doing this? No? It's always cool, live demos. What is the difference between the roasting process. Maybe I'll make some typos, but it will be fine. You will know what I mean anyway. A roasting process between in Brazil and Italia. And maybe another one. I will see where that question is. Can you order coffee in Italian after 11 or something? Can you order a cappuccino, I believe it was. So let's run. Oh. Demo effects. Where is my mouse? It's here. Yes, you can see it again. If anyone spots my mouse, please help me find. Oh, there it is. Whee! It's always getting faster at home. And play. Yes, we want this. So the difference between Brazil and Italy in the roasting process is... Yes, be faster, please. I have a lot of slides left. Please? Yes, it's there. So Brazilian coffee is more mild and it has using there and sweet tastes. And the roasting process, it's very enthusiastic. So it's like, here, more information for you guys. So I won't read it all, but you can come afterwards and read it all if you want to. And can you order Italy after 11 a.m.? It's generally considered unusual. I think they're really mad at you when you do that. But like you see, it's very fast to create an example of this. So let's go back to the presentation. Yes. So what did we learn? It's easy and Java and AI is already here. But remember, you have to have a lot of memory. How bigger the model is, how more memory you need on your hardware. So that's a thing you need to know about local LLMs. And we can also do this another way with LangChain4j. And LangChain4j is a Java library that makes it just easy to work with LLMs. Who has heard of LangChain4j? Couple. Cool. Really want to talk with you. And normally, like I said, a lot of them are in Python, but this one isn't. So let's see how this works. No, that's not what I said. So here we can see, no, we can't see this over here. Oh, I have to go a little bit back. Here we can see in Maven and the POM, we added LangChain4j and we added LangChain4j Llama. That's even optimized for it. And to make here a chat example, I can say a chat language model, again with the local host. This time I'm using Mistral, so another model, and I'm saying I want to chat with you. And like you see, this is different from the Llama4j because there's way more already in it. And I will ask them, explain dependency injection in Java terms and only 2 sentences because I don't want to read everything on it. So if we run this, it's going to be created. Oh. Make it even bigger again. And then it says the dependency injection is a design pattern about separation of concerns, blah, 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 blah. It's an LLM, so once again, very enthusiastic. And even 2 sentences is very long. So if you want to be more sure that you really have to say, you're a Dutch person, be direct, just short answers, please. So that's length chain for J. And what's the difference between those two? I will always love how technologies work on conferences. Yeah. Oh, it's going too fast. Okay. Length chain for J and a Llama for J. J is very easy to use in examples as well, and it's very level to do it. But we don't have built-in embeddings. So if you want to do more complex stuff with it, you better can use length chain for J. And length chain for J also supports chaining a lot better. It has a lot of methods for that already there. So if you want to do a small application, or Llama for J, if you want a complex applications that's building for years or half a year, then it's better to go for length chain for J. And probably you're asking, yes, of course, but I've seen your laptop, what is in it? So I have the MC Creator 16A, this is this one, and it's optimized for AI because thank you, bosses of Craftsman. They already knew I would playing with LLMs and stuff. I have 46 gig of RAM, 16 cores, 2 terabytes, GPU, I have 2 GPUs. But do you need this also? No, it's lovely. I would just ask your boss if you could have him. But if you have at least 16 gigs of RAM and 8 cores and 500 gigs, you can do the most common models. You can use them. GPU is not required, but it's better if you have one. You can just very easily check in your settings if your laptop or hardware does have a GPU, and otherwise I can talk your parts. So let's talk about models. You don't have to read everything. Here in the top you see 3 Llama models with the name 7B, 13B and 8B. That means billions of parameters. And in the gigs you also see it's something likewise, and a difference in how fast it is, which speeds the token. So the tokenization we saw before. And here on the bottom you see the tiny Llama. That's a very small model, and it's only 1.1 billion parameters. But it's also only 1 gig, so that's not big for a large language model. But you see the speed is very slow, so you really have to think about what do you want to know. So when do we need to go local, just like this Llama? If privacy is a big thing for you because you control it all, if you have the cost, only want the startup cost and not during the process, and like sec, control. So there's a lot of sources online there. It's also linked to all the things I said during this presentation. Read it all what's on this, but I will give you some time to make a screen. We'll sip some water. Yes, I will show them also on the end. So wrapping up, what did you learn today? Hopefully you learned that's very easy to do local LLMs within your Java application. Even with LangChain for J or Llama for J. And control, cost, and privacy are the biggest things to do. What can go wrong? You choose the wrong model because it's too big or too slow or something. And memory overflow, because if you have a large chat history, then it will build up really quickly. So the future of AI in Java, it's already here. We're living in the future. And every day better things are coming. And the best thing is you can help shape it. Open source, that's what you can contribute. So Hugging Face, Llama Factory, much more. And the demo I showed you was with a model that only created 3 weeks. That it's very short. I'm doing a lot of talks, but I love feedback. So if you the left one, I can get some feedback for you. If you like it, if you hate it, please tell me. I'm here on social, and here's the QR code for all the links. So my name is Lutske Leeuw, and thank you for listening.